Alright, ladies and gentlemen, yes, you read that title right. Today, I got the Platinum Trophy on Call of Duty 22, Black Ops 6. This is the brand new COD game this year, everyone knows this. But unlike last year's COD and video I made on that, today I actually did Platinum the game and completely lost my mind, body, and soul in the process. I am now a shell of a person.
That's what I'm saying.
This is, by the way, also a part of my current Platinum challenge, trying to get a ton of amazing games finished before the channel hits 850,000 subscribers. And if I can't do it, then I'm shaving my head bald like a base video game character, so drop a like and subscribe. Alright, let's get into the video for real this time. Black Ops 6 just dropped on the 25th, or earlier than that if you live in New Zealand. I do not, so I began this journey at the normal time as everyone else. The game itself contains multiplayer, zombies, and campaign, with trophies scattered across each mode, not really evenly per se. Campaign has the most by far, of course, also the easiest. Multiplayer has a few, but nothing crazy and also not too hard. But zombies, oh lord. Zombies in recent years has been very controversial, but even more so with trophies. Last year in Modern Warfare 3, there was that insanely high kill trophy, and this year there is a trophy called Cyber Eyes, which requires you to research all augments for 10 items in zombies. Now we will talk more about that later, but just know that that alone took me over half my playtime for this game. Black Ops 6 does only have 45 trophies, including the Platinum. That is if you play on the PS4 version, of course. PS5 has no Platinum since COD devs are weird. Stage 1 to getting the Platinum trophy varies dependent on what you prefer to do. Looking back at it, zombies would probably be the best idea to start with, but since I was playing on launch, I decided to get all the multiplayer trophies done with first, since me and the boys were just having fun in the process. The multiplayer of Black Ops 6 is okay in my opinion. I'm not too much of a multiplayer guy anymore, so I don't really think I can judge it too fairly. But the big trophy in this mode is having to destroy 50 aerial score streaks with launchers. This can be done with UAVs, counter UAVs, and the differing helicopters people can use. Now while this is a grind of course, Lord have mercy, I swear some matches the players either haven't unlocked score streaks yet or are just brain dead children, because I went multiple matches in a row without seeing a single score streak get popped. But before getting that trophy, I did of course get many others within multiplayer, seeing as there is some very easy ones to do and, you know, some not so easy ones in addition. The first trophy I got on this game was from doing the training course in multiplayer actually, which was surprisingly fun if I'm being honest, and having not played COD since legitimately last year with Modern Warfare 3, I actually needed it because those damn developers be adding the goofiest things ever. Shout out to the emote training though. If that doesn't tell you where COD is going, I don't know what will. Next, I then really just dived into multiplayer, playing the core game mode since there really isn't any other option right now. But after about 3 hours, yes, you heard that right, 3 hours of playing, I would end up finally getting another trophy. And it was from 75 eliminations while having an active combat specialty perk on. Now this popped after so long because the specialty perk is a passive perk that you get from having 3 other perks equipped that are all the same color. It's kind of confusing if you have no idea how the perk system works, and I really don't, to be honest with you. But after having a specialty perk on, you just have to simply kill 75 people in total with no other special things needing to happen. Again, hours later, I would just keep on playing, trying to get kill feeds because there is also a best play trophy from getting 3 best plays, but the main grind is still that score streak trophy. On the way, I naturally was getting kills and eventually reached 500 total, getting another kill trophy from that popping here in addition. Now we have talked about a ton of grindy trophies so far in multiplayer, but how about an easy one for once? Get a double kill with an RCXD. The RCXD is that little car you can drive around and drone bomb civilians like a certain presidential team in the previous years, but getting double kills isn't necessarily hard. Yes, it is kind of luck with the enemies being by each other, but it is still very simple having you just blow up 2, and I did it right here for the trophy. Next up, after a few more hours of grinding and a new day even, I would end up getting a mastery badge on a weapon. This sounds super hard to do, but if you just main one gun for a while, you will get it. I'm honestly not sure what you have to do to get the mastery badge, to be honest, but I think it was legit just for kills, and a lot of them. So I really only have, I think, 4 trophies left in multiplayer directly. That's because the diamond/opal trophy I'm doing in zombies, and the prestige trophy is just XP in general and also easier in zombies. So the next 3 trophies I would get inside of multiplayer are all wondrous cumulative trophies that just put a smile on my dead inside face. The first one was that best play trophy I was talking about. Now personally, I think every play I make is the best one, and there was numerous times where I popped off in a match only to see little Timmy get it because he got a double kill that was spread out correctly. Overall, I don't love the best play mechanic. I do understand why you need kills spread out to make the best play even last more than 5 seconds, which is something my ex-girlfriend would complain about.
Oh my god!
But anyways, yeah, I got best play 3 times eventually. I mean, just look at this absolute Chad. I think this might be the best Call of Duty player of all time. Let's be honest here. The next trophy I would get was then from winning 25 multiplayer matches. Much more cumulative than just the 3 best plays, but this actually is very easy. Especially since when I was playing for the majority of my time was during the day and early in the morning. At these times, all of the children got on. You know, get a match or 2 in before school starts. Or even staying home from school in general to play COD. If you do that, by the way, that's kind of sad. But yeah, shout out to the children who I destroyed in Call of Duty. Don't take that out of context, please. zombies. Anyways, I went on like a 12-game winning streak because these kids were brain dead, and I got this trophy very easily right here. So the final trophy I have in multiplayer for the time being. There is one more I have to come back to in the future, but I need to be max level, and you will see why. Anyways, for now I am still going after that 50 aerial score streak trophy, and it's kind of controversial if the game tracks this perfectly. You can see in the badges section of the combat report area how many you've shot down, but even after reaching more than 50, I didn't get the trophy, sadly. Also, if there is any other person in your lobby going after this, it makes it much more hard because kills on score streaks do not share whatsoever. But like all things that are a grind, if you just keep on grinding on them, you will eventually get it, and I did right here. I also think my genitalia got excited when seeing this pop, but that might be a dream I had last night.
Hey, yo!
So that is every single multiplayer trophy done, you know, aside from that one, but it's fine, let's move on. So stage 2 for the platinum trophy. I decided to go for all of these zombie trophies next, leaving campaign for last since it's by far the easiest. But at this time, I was not aware of that one zombie trophy when starting off, however, which would go on to make this stage very long, and not enjoyable at all. But starting off, the main goal of zombies for me was to just get these shotguns to opal camo and get that trophy out of the way so I could focus on other guns and maximizing my XP per round. Also, in doing the opal camo grind first, it allowed time for the Easter egg guides to come out, which was perfect because there is numerous trophies related to those in zombies and the majority of trophies in general. But the first trophy I did get while just playing zombies was from getting 100 kills while using the mutant injection. This is not a hard trophy at all, and if you use the mutant injection on a high round, you can probably easily get this done in just one round. So yeah, there's that trophy, very simple and easy. And then I really did just lock in and play zombies for like 8 more hours straight, and yeah, it was bad. I don't love zombies, by the way. I personally thought that the campaign was the best part of the game, so the fact that zombies took up the most time was very unfortunate. Also, it's like genuinely hard. I don't recall Black Ops Cold War Zombies being a challenge at all, but this one I struggled to even get to round 40. However, in terms of XP, that is fine since it drops off anyway. But the next trophy I got was actually the final multiplayer one because within all the grinding of zombies, I reached max level and was able to unlock the Sleeper Agent Field upgrade. This is one of the final upgrades you get in multiplayer and can be used to disguise yourself as an enemy. And it is actually kind of effective. I think this enemy was suspicious for sure, but if you have it on and do a takedown on an enemy, you get a trophy. And with that, we are officially 100% finished with the multiplayer trophies now. I then just kept on grinding. I know I've said that like 20 times in this game, but it really is just a grind of a platinum. Next trophy I would get was the opal camo, by the way. It's not too hard to do, to be honest, especially since this COD's camo challenges are all mostly just critical kills, which is much simpler than the previous games. And then the next 6 trophies I got were all from the zombie Easter eggs. Now, I'm not gonna go and explain the steps to these because there is like 100 different guides out there to follow that are gonna do it much better than I am. But the first trophy I got was from completing the main Easter egg for the Liberty Falls zombie map. Huge shout out to the boys that helped me do it, by the way. Overall, this Easter egg is very easy to do and even do solo, but that final fight in the dark aether room is so hard to do solo. So yeah, basically we just filled up some aether canisters and put them back in a machine which turned on the dark aether or something, and this scientist dude finished his experiment. But then he also totally just turned on us and we all died, so that's the bad ending, but I got a trophy from it. Now that was the main Easter egg, so I then went and did the other side ones in the Liberty Balls map. First being from tapping into my super villain side, as they say. It's done from sucking up a bunch of action figures around the map. Once all of them are sucked up, you then just transform into an action figure, killing everything easily. Very cool, and that's another trophy done. I then went after the final Easter egg trophy here, from getting the high score in bowling within Liberty Lanes. This is the bowling alley in the town, and you have to shoot some bowling shoes around the map to activate it. But once inside, you then get 2 minutes to score 300 points. 10 points are awarded per zombie kill, making it actually quite hard to do. Now, after failing a few times, I got very annoyed because you had to completely reset and redo the Easter egg each time. But I did find if you save at the round before activating the Easter egg, you can get 2 tries per go, and I ended up doing it after a while. It is kind of luck with zombie placement, but still, you gotta be good at timing to do this, and here's that trophy pop. So with that done, Liberty Balls is complete, and we moved on to the Terminus map. I hate this map, by the way. It's way too hard for me. But the first trophy I got wasn't the main Easter egg, however it was a side one, from cooking a fish in the game. This is a very weird Easter egg, and as far as I know, it contributes nothing because you don't get any items from it, merely just a trophy. The other Easter egg, by the way, was much longer and had us treasure hunting from island to island, killing zombies and returning to a skeleton in a cave until getting the final objective, doing it, and gathering the final talisman as the game calls it. Overall, this Easter egg just had us killing a lot of zombies, but it was quite cool, and the open map is the only good thing about this map in general, in my opinion, of course. But then I did the real Easter egg for this map. A lot more confusing than the first one, and I'm not gonna lie, I might have just maybe used a certain invincible glitch that was going around at the time to assist with me doing this solo. You know, I had no boys online at the time to do this, so we had to find a way through. And if I can be real with you all for a second, I totally forgot what this Easter egg is. I was so out of it by this point, many hours of sleep have been lost. But the final fight was massive and very long, mostly since my guns did like 30 damage, that's fun. But after enough shooting, I would win and get the trophy, also escaping the island for good. I then finally prestiged because I was bored and I got another trophy in addition. mission. Now I only have 2 trophies left in zombies, I think. The next one I got was from 100 elite kills. This does not include the Mangler, by the way, because that is a special zombie. I know some people were confused about that, but yes, that guy does not count. It is solely the Abomination, you know, that 3-headed thing, and the other creature on Terminus, which I can't remember his name because I played that map like 5 times total. But yeah, with that trophy done, the grind is just set on the horrible augment trophy that is living in my head and has been rent-free for a week. And I actually lost my mind doing this. Like, I just could not play any more zombies after a day straight, not even being halfway done with it. So I might have crashed out in frustration and set my controller down harshly. Now, I didn't try to smash it, but the R1 and L1 bumpers popped off. I've never seen a controller do that, but yeah, I had to go buy a new one. I also decided to put off that last trophy till the end and do all of the campaign ones next because they are very simple to do and not hard. You do have to play on veteran, however, but it's not bad, let's be honest. So the campaign is a banger. I personally loved it, and the trophies are not for every single mission. There is a few that you get one from, but also on most missions there is a trophy specific action like I think every COD game has in it. The Black Ops 6 campaign is pretty much just all about you and a few new characters along with Woods and Adler going rogue and trying to take down Pantheon, who is a new terrorist organization, and they're also sort of working alongside the CIA to unleash a massive biohazard weapon on the people. And it's honestly a very simple campaign. Not too much happened, but it was very fun, even though it was, you know, super simple in hindsight. The first chapter has us going right into full combat on a mission in the past, attempting to rescue a man that was a VIP in the eyes of the CIA. But once we got him and were about to be in the clear, a dude pulled up in a car and shot him dead. That dude was Adler. What a Now that was tragic, but exiting the area after was also tragic. However, it was pretty epic. And after completing that intro mission, you could say, you also get the first trophy of the campaign. There is then numerous cutscenes setting up the story until ultimately we go rogue, like I said, and end up in the safe house of the game. While in the safe house, you can and also have to buy numerous upgrades gotten from finding money in safes, off of enemies, and just in areas throughout the game's levels. But you can right away just go complete all of the puzzles in the safe house to get a ton of money and a safe, so I did that. And upon completing that, you get a trophy. The next trophy I got was then on a mission called Blood Feud, where we had to sneak into the guild meeting without ever breaking stealth. And since this is a stealth mission in nature, this isn't actually hard to do. I did fail though a few times since I tried going for a safe that had 2 enemies in it. Do not do this. But yeah, you can basically just crouch walk past everyone and make it to the meeting easily for the trophy. The rest of the mission after then just had a very fun combat section chasing down the guild leaders from that meeting we just crashed. It also ended with a car crash, which was badass, and my testosterone is already raising again. But there was also a trophy from that mission in general, which is a W. The next mission trophy was then on Most Wanted, and it's from performing 5 takedowns without being spotted. Very simple to do this, and the mission is an absolute vibe, by the way. You are infiltrating some political event, but I can't make any jokes because I feel like that's bad taste with the election almost here. All I'll say is Bill Clinton. This mission also had a trophy upon completing it, by the way. It wasn't as easy as the other one, however, since it lasted a very long time, unlike me. But in all seriousness, this mission was very hard since it was full of so much combat. And the motorcycle sequence with Adler was also kind of challenging. I'm also 100% sure it's pure luck with you dying or not right away on the bike, but anyways, I did it and got the trophy. I then landed on a mission called Hunting Season, which is the open world mission in this campaign. But Lord have mercy, they somehow made it work. They really did. I complained like crazy last year since the campaign last year was just a ton of DMZ missions over and over, but this year they actually nailed it. This entire mission had us with a goal of disabling 3 rocket launchers around the desert, which was actually a lot of fun to do. However, you also had to do a trophy from completing every single other objective as well, but you can see them all on your TAC map, making this simple as it could be. And speaking of trophies, I got 4 on this mission total. The first one was from getting 5 or more kills with a single score streak. Shout out explosions and taxpayer dollars. I then just did complete all of the objectives on the TAC map, which as I said is simple and a lot of fun to do. But that wasn't it for the mission because there was some ripple effects afterwards, and in all of that I got my 10th takedown in the campaign total for another combat trophy. I then just finished the mission finally and got that trophy also. And that's most of the trophy specific trophies from missions complete now, only leaving us with trophies from missions in general. The next trophy I got was from the Emergence mission. This is the most unique one in the entire campaign and really gives lore to the character you play as, being named Case. Basically, you got tested out in the facility, which we then go back to and have a lot of hallucinations and also some kind of horror moments. However, I'm dead inside, so I did not get scared. Yes, I'm a grown boy now. But overall, it was a little fun, and we would eventually just find out that the bioweapon we were looking for is gone. So, epic fail, but trophy is cool. The next trophy I got was then from the High Rollers mission, and it is as it sounds. You went to a casino. It's not my most favorite mission, however. It basically just had us kill people in the casino. Talk about losing your life earnings. Yeah, here's that trophy. That mission just isn't worth my time to talk about. But the next mission on Grounded was insane. We stormed an airport, a COD classic. Shout out to No Russian. But yeah, this was insanely hard and fun at the same time. It does end with you in a tank though, just killing everyone, and if you get 25 people run over by that tank, you get a trophy. I did not manage to do that, however, because I was on veteran, and you also do have to not die, so that requires some killing, and I just didn't get it. But the mission does end with us catching the general we were after and then almost shoving him into the rotor blade. However, we didn't, so it's kind of lame. Anyways, here's the trophy. The next mission was then called Under the Radar and did actually have a trophy within it, which I almost forgot about. But you basically just had to hack a bunch of the enemy's software to make the SAM target itself and the helicopter they had put after us at the same time. I followed the guide to do it. I know, shameless, but I did it, and here's the trophy. This mission was also kind of annoying because the enemies just never stopped coming. Zero waiting or even caring about my feelings, and I died a few times. But it ended with us chasing down the main villain of the story and catching her. Also, I got a trophy as you would expect. And that was pretty much it for the missions of the campaign because the last few are all at the safe house. And you're basically just getting raided by the enemy terrorists since we have their leader. But I took this as my time to get every single last combat trophy I needed to because there was so many enemies and chances to do these. The first one I got was from getting 2 kills with a remote control throwing knife from over 50 meters. I'm not sure how the fuck that works, but damn, it's awesome, and here's that. I also blew up an APC with the RCXD, which was honestly shit since my team kept on blowing it up before I could, so thanks for that, guys. I then used the adrenaline shot to get 5 headshot kills within one use of it right here. And that was it for the combat trophies. The next one I got was from completing the separation anxiety mission. This is the only kind of bad part of the campaign in my opinion. The developers took the main villain's problems down the acid trip route like previous games have gone down, but this time it wasn't horrible, it was just kind of dragged out and I didn't totally enjoy it. But yeah, you do some mind games basically with the girl we stole who was a big part of the game. Here's the trophy from that. Right after that though, you then get sent into the very final part of the game, having to chase down Harrow, who is the evil girl, and stop her from escaping. But she does it for us by shooting the helicopter pilot and we fall into the ocean. The biohazard is also here by the way, so some fish are gonna get mutated to shit. And yeah, we basically just killed her, saved the day, and got that epic victory royale in the process. And also, 3 trophies did pop from finishing the campaign and that mission in general. I did have to go back and clean up 2 trophies however, first from getting 25 kills on people from running them over, like I said I missed, but after 1 try I did it on recruit difficulty right here. I then had to buy the remaining upgrades of the safe house in the campaign. This isn't hard to do necessarily, but you pretty much cannot get it in one playthrough as far as I know. I was missing like $2,000 still after all of the safes, so I did just do a little money route I found on YouTube. Shout out once more to the guide YouTubers, y'all are saviors. And yeah, I got enough money, bought the final upgrades, and got the final campaign trophy. So I now only have 1 left. The Augment Zombie Trophy. This is the final stage of the Platinum. Yes, it deserves its own stage, it's that bad. The main method I found was doing the Enraged Zombies mode on Liberty Falls and then going to round 21, exfilling, and repeating. Also trying to use guns at level 0 or the lowest you have for maximum XP. I did also buy the Endowment Pack to get a few hours of double XP, which helped immensely, and I did buy Little Caesars to get that double XP in addition. That shit is ass, by the way. But yeah, I seriously hate this trophy. It's gotten to the point where I legit became depressed going for it, because it takes like 20 to 30 minutes per round doing the best method, only to go back in lobby and see your progress with it and not even move sometimes. And I'm not gonna gatekeep and yap about this trophy for another 4 minutes straight like it deserves, but in conclusion, this trophy is just awful, torture, evil even. Anyways, here it is finally. The Cyber Eyes Trophy and Platinum Trophy Pop. So that was the Black Ops 6 Platinum Trophy experience. I don't know if you guys can hear it in my voice, but goddamn, I am exhausted. This is one of the hardest grinds I have done for a game ever, and yes, that's mostly due to me trying to get it done as fast as I possibly could, but I haven't even left the house in a week. I haven't had a real meal in a week. Dude, the best thing I've ate since this release was probably a bag of sour Skittles or that damn Little Caesars pizza. That shit's crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna go sleep now and probably have a nice meal somewhere. Thanks for watching, and my next COD video will be in October 2025, so I'll see you all then.